Good day, everyone. Communication Competency 1. And I am going to report to you today about the Citations Modern Language Association, or the MLA, and so far of that. Now, let us identify first what is citations. Citation, it is a quotation from or reference to a book, paper, or author, especially in a scholarly work. In other hand, a citation, it is the way you tell your readers that certain material in your work came from other sources. It is also gives your readers the information necessary to find the location details of that source on the reference or works cited page. A citation must include a set of parentheses. Citing tells the reader where you found your information. Citing allows your reader to learn more, beginning with your sources. A citing gives credit to the people whose words or ideas you are using. And now, let us proceed here. The Modern Language Associations, or the MLA. The Modern Language Association, or MLA, format, it is a style of crediting sources you use to write a paper. This style is typically used for research papers, for English composition, and other communication classes. Use our MLA citation guide to learn how to cite sources in this style. The MLA style or format has been widely adopted for classroom instruction and used worldwide by scholars, journal publishers, and academic and commercial presses. It is also a system for documenting sources in a scholarly writing. The MLA citing format often include the following pieces of information in this order: the author's last name, first name, title of source, title of container, other contributors, version, numbers, publisher, publication date, and location. On the other hand, modern language association, a style is widely used in the humanities, especially in writing on language and literature. MLA style use brief parenthetical citations and the text that refer to an alphabetical list of works cited appearing at the end of the work. The MLA style is used most heavily in disciplines that engage deeply with specific text, including English, literatures, languages, and philosophy. Using MLA style not only helps your instructors read and understand your work, but the act of creating citations and citing sources helps prevent plagiarism. Plagiarism is when you use a quote, idea, or any other kind of information from a source and present it as your own. It gives proper credit to the authors of the words or ideas that you incorporated into your paper. It allows those who are reading your work to locate your sources in order to learn more about the ideas that you include in your paper. One of the most important information for an MLA citation is the in-text citations. So, the in-text citation, the author page style, MLA format follows the author page method of in-text citation. This means that author's last name and the page numbers from which the quotation or paraphrase is taken must appear in the text, and a complete reference should appear on your work's cited page. So that's why it is very important in text citations of an MLA format or style. So lastly, it's really important to cite sources you use in your research for several reasons. The first one is to show your reader you've done proper research by listing sources you use to get your information. So if ikaw as a researcher, ginasite nimo ang imuhang mga authors, ang mga publication dates, so to show your readers nga the information you get is legit and gikan na siya mga sources na information, valid information. The second one is to be a responsible scholar by giving credit to the researchers and acknowledging their ideas. To be a responsible scholar. So as a researcher, dapat ginabutang ang mga citations, ginabutang ang mga authors to acknowledge po sa ideas sa original nga authors. The third is to avoid plagiarism by quoting words and ideas used by other authors. So just like what I have said, to avoid plagiarism, we need to put the authors, the publications, where it could be get the information, kung valid ba siya, dapat na-adjoy mga authors nga nakabutang sa research or particular nga publication. Lastly, to allow your reader to track down all the sources you use by citing them accurately in your paper by way of footnotes, a bibliography or reference list. So makita sa imong readers dayon nga naay mga reference, pasabot ato, mao na dayon to ang imong mga authors reference list rather nga diha nimo nakita ang imong mga information. Diha na siya nakuha. In that way, you avoid plagiarism because you cite the sources, you track down all the information, ginabutangan nimo siya og reference list.
I am Esa de la Peña and I am going to report the Citations MLA. It's important to follow the guidelines set by the Modern Language Association. So the following is an outline of a typical MLA citation. So first is the in-text citations. When referencing a source within the text of your essay, include the author's last name and the page number in the parentheses. So for example, Smith 25, Bandiala 20. So the second one is works cited page. At the end of your essay or research, provide a separate page titled Works Cited that lists all the sources you've included in your essay. It should be alphabetically by the author's last name. So there are many works cited pages. So just like book citations, journal article, websites, online article, newspapers article, film, and so on. Now I am going to give an example for a book citation. So author John Smith, title The History of Ancient Civilizations, publisher ABC Publishing, year 2021. So if we're going to use the citations MLA, so it is going to be like this. Smith John, The History of Ancient Civilizations, ABC Publishing, 2021. For the book citations, it starts with the author's last name, followed by a comma, and the author's first name. So the title of the book is emphasized and followed by a period. The name of the publisher comes next and followed by a comma. And lastly, the year of the publication is mentioned and also followed by a period. So this citation format allows readers to easily identify the author, the title of the book, the publisher, and the year of publication. So it provides all the necessary information for others to locate and reference the source if needed. And that is the example for the book citations. So the third one is formatting. So use hanging indents, italicize or underline the titles of books, films, plays, and websites. Use quotation marks around the titles of articles, poems, essays, and short stories. And also include the URL for online sources. So the importance of Citations MLA is that to give credit to the original authors for their ideas and research. So it helps to avoid plagiarism by clearly indicating which part of your work are based on someone else's work. So, showing that you have conducted a thorough research or essays and having considered a variety of sources to support your arguments. So, MLA citations are used to acknowledge the sources you have been used for your academic or research work. So, they ensure that you are given a proper credit to the real authors and to avoid plagiarism and allow others to verify and locate the sources you have been referenced.
Citation, use only a few details of the source enough to locate its matching references citation in the works cited list. So, in text citation, example is Alvaro 770 and Barrow 870. Kani atong gikuha na niyang last name kani mo na siya si Alvaro din ang page dayon sa kaning libro mo na siya ang 770 mo na siya ang example sa in-text citation.
Ang MLA is mauna siya somewhat format nga imo sukdon para maghatag og credit sa mga sources nga imo gigamit para sa imo paper. For example, sa research paper, di ba na ay references, mauna siya sample sa MLA. MLA sitting format often includes the following pieces of information in this order: author's last name, first name, title of source, title of container, other, contributors, version, number, publisher, publication, date, and location.